Hey everyone, welcome. Good evening, Cyberpunks, and welcome to Night City. We're all glad you can join us. My name's Cameron. I'll be your game master, referee for tonight's game, tonight's session. I'm joined by this game of Cyberpunks, Ark playing the role of Taharka, the Fixer, Riley playing the role of Blaze, our Netrunner, Ben as Marco, the Medtech, and last but not least, Melissa as Metal, the Nomad. Make sure to give them a follow and see what they're up to, especially Riley and Melissa, who you can catch on Twitch streaming games off and on throughout the week. We do have one quick announcement before we start. The digital release of the system we're using, Cyberpunk Red, is the 14th of November. So you can go on to Arta Solarian Games social media or Drive Through RPG to get your own copy. I highly recommend it. It's a really polished, really nice system, and we all enjoy it here. A real quick content warning for this episode. There is some torture in the beginning of the episode that will happen off screen, but it will be heavily alluded to. So if that's something that is uncomfortable with you or triggers something in you, please wait a little bit, maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes, and then come and join us. We want your safety is priority here. So I just wanted to give you all a heads up on that. And with that, that's all we have. So let's get into it, huh? So we start off our typical pan into Night City. The camera kind of goes over the East Marina where we've been spending a lot of our time recently, and starts to move down. And the camera soon finds one of those kind of street cameras that we're all used to seeing in larger cities. And it melds in with the camera. And we start going through all of this footage from recent events. We see our 4 cyberpunks sitting together on the pier where one breaks off and starts to run away. Something we didn't see in our last session, but that one who ran away, Blaze, gets picked up by some nasty-looking Maelstrom gang members, thrown into the back of a half-track as they show up in the East Marina, pulling up and covering half of the street and absolutely all of the sidewalk. The camera changes back, flickers into that next grainy image as we watch the other 3, Metal, Taharka, and Marco, come off of the pier and search for their friend and head into the store Weird Stuff. Camera flicks again as if someone's changing cameras, cycling them to see the next bit of information. And we see the inside of Weird Stuff. We see a smaller, lithe old man who's got a name tag named Pack Rat. We see the 3 cyberpunks interacting with him off and on. Camera flicks again and we watch 2 Maelstrom members pull Union members, normal denizens of this area, into alleyways and start disappearing them. Taharka goes to get involved, but eventually, they all retreat, head back into Weird Stuff. We switch back to that camera inside Weird Stuff, and we see Maelstrom come in, and tensions start to rise. Camera switches again, jumping a little bit in time, and we see Taharka, Metal, and Marco stopped by a group of Maelstrom, and a particular one wearing a pot on his head. The action ensued shortly afterwards, and left all the Maelstrom members dead. Soon they went to the back of that half-track and looked in the back to find Blaze. But we're going to rewind time a little bit. As the camera cuts and fades into the black metallic interior of this half-track. And it pans up to a fist that is fresh with blood and raw on its knuckles. And then beyond it, the camera focuses and we see the discarded and discarded limp and beaten body of Blaze. Now, I'm sure that helped jog your memory. I think your name is Blaze? I'm not sure. Blaze, you look up and see this individual. He looks kind of silly if he hadn't been rough with you beforehand. He's got this strange, almost sterling silver pot on his head that's often askance. He's got two large metal arms, synthetic cybernetic arms that seem to be bulked for strength and durability, and has been taking it to you for the past 15 or so minutes. He has vague questions, but it's hard to remember because of the pain that's throbbing. But a familiar pain sits in with you. It's a headache again. You remember it from earlier the same day, when you and Taharka were together. Now, in the dossier I got about you, it says you were with some nomad group. Tell me about that, please. I want to know more about you.
Fuck you.
That's what I thought. Well, I can resume what I was doing before. I can bring one of my boys in, and he can come in and take care of you. How about that?
Sure, have a whole fucking party. I don't give a shit.
Sore subject, I assume. Family stuff? Yeah, we'll move on. Now, what I want to know is why are the fucking corpos after you? Why'd they hire us?
Listen, your guess is as good as mine. I literally don't know anything. You can beat the shit out of me. But I don't know why they're after us, and I don't know why they hired you. So if it gets you off, you can keep on going. But I really couldn't fucking say.
So what happened?
Not even lying. What happened where?
No. In the news, it says you're part of this thing that fucked up the Night Owl. What's that about?
There was a guy there, some science-y dude. There's another person there, big dude. Science guy went down. I was having drinks at the bar, completely unrelated to all of that. Trying to get a nice job going, you know, getting something fixed. And then Miss Lady walks in with an entire fucking death squad and is like 10,000 EBs to the person who gets fucking Science Guy. And so I was like, okay, fuck it. Why don't we go get Mr. Science Guy? I could use the cash. I'm sure you could use the cash. Were you in that situation? You'd probably do the same. So me and my associates, we go into the elevator and we go whoosh, because I'm good at that stuff. You might have seen that in your little fucking dossier, or while you were watching me, or whatever the fuck it is you're doing with the surveillance shit. And then we went down, and then boo, people were dead, and then boo, people were shot, and the dude flicked the thing on, and fucking, I don't know. It's been headaches and annoyances like you ever since. And frankly, I'm just trying to get the fuck out of Dodge, because I don't give a shit about this town. I don't give a shit about any of this goddamn shit. I don't give a fuck about whatever the fucking unions are. I don't care about you. I don't care about this. I just want to be fucking gone. So if you just want to do that, I'm fine with it at this point.
Well, you know, sounds like you really don't know anything.
I told you that the first 3 punches, but you didn't believe me, and they never do. It's always so weird, and like the movies and stuff, they just start beating on you. Like that's gonna somehow jog your memory. It's actually thrown me into like a migratory haze now. I've got like a migraine up here. I know less now than when we started. This is the antithesis of you should treat me to like a day spa or something.
Shut up. Okay.
Fine.
I appreciate all your information.
You're
But
welcome.
I gotta go find your friends.
Good luck.
I don't think I'll need it. And he gets up and leaves, leaving you in the half track. And in that moment, another person emerges from the shadows a little bit. He also seems to have all the iconography of the Maelstrom gang. And he comes up and gets closer to you. He's kind of got really not well taken care of short beard. It's really scraggly, patchy, and really not good looking.
Can't relate.
He's got a sort of pallid skin tone to him, like a sickly pink. And he's got a necklace that's cut close to his neck that has a lion's head there. And he leans in and says, Waldenites, right?
You gonna go follow Doc Frankenstein, Igor, or are you just gonna sit around and ask me shit?
Waldenites. I knew I recognized you. That's alright. I'm sure I'll be seeing you again soon. Blaze. And gets up, turns away to leave. Blaze, you sit there in the dark, tied up a bit, for the next 15 minutes. But during that 15 minutes, you hear gunshots and car wheels screeching. And sooner than later, you see Taharka, Metal, and Marco open the back of the half track to see you. And in that split-second moment, your headache is gone. And the only pain that's left throbbing is all of the wounds you received. So Taharka...
Welcome to the party! Spits blood.
You know how to get started, don't you? All right, girl, come here. And Tarka will crawl into the back of the truck and slowly pull her out.
Yeah. She's bound, almost like a hog tie, with her hands and her legs in front of her tied. She's beaten up pretty bad. There's a lot of blunt force trauma. There's even some breakage of skin just from that trauma as well. So she's bleeding a bit. Definitely probably some internal damage.
Yeah, Marco's immediately like pulling out his med scanner and like doing like the Star Trek like scanning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really easy to see what's wrong with her. She's really just lots of blood vessels have been popped from the intense pressure. There's no broken bones. There may be a shatter here or there, but there's not too much that can be done unless you got a trauma team here. But then they could fix everything, and that bill goes up.
Marcos, you don't have to worry about me. I've had kinkier, don't worry.
She jokes too much, and Tarka will pull a knife and he'll cut her free.
Yeah, I want to help, like, also get, like, the binds off.
Yeah, so you're absolutely able to get all the binds off. Blaze, you are free to move about at your own free will.
Does she see her belongings anywhere?
Yeah,
Her bag and stuff.
a lot of your belongings were with Marco and Taharka. So they're all carrying pieces, and Gooby even jumps out. I think it was Metal that was looking at it. Jumps out and hovers over and then lands on your shoulder. Looks at you kind of with his askance Pixar like eye and just like
Just gonna give him a little one of these. We're not gonna highlight this one, buddy.
Okay. So you're all standing outside of the back of the half track, about 9 dead bodies are on the street due to you.
Wow,
Yeah.
y'all
Oh,
clean
yeah.
up well.
Blaze, you see, as you come out of the half track, you see immediately closest to you the body of the guy with the pot on his head. Just head spilt across the ground. Gray matter everywhere, blood, lifeblood, all of that. Then down about half a block away, you see 8 bodies, all in different positions.
I'm just gonna sort of kneel to my legs, like get in that squat over him, and just like look at his head. It's what you get for being a pothead, dude. And then just gonna stand
Oh
up.
my god.
You're doing okay.
Anybody got a gun?
Yeah, we got some guns. Also, they probably have guns too, right? Or had.
Oh yeah. Does he have a
Guns.
gun on him?
He does. He's got a heavy pistol on him.
Okay. Blaze is just gonna pick up the heavy pistol and put one right in the back of his head again.
Yeah, it's just further absolute destruction of whatever bodily function this body used to have.
And then she's gonna drop it and sort of collapse a little bit.
Marco's gonna catch her.
Yeah, so I want to make sure that like Blaze is like fair, like okay as she can be under the circumstances.
I got it, Marco.
But then I want to see what these people have on them.
Yeah, let me pull that up for you real quick. It's not too much. It looks like they were kitted out primarily for fighting. Mainly you. They have a lot of their black leather clothes, some chrome chains and studs, things like that. Pretty simple, like small guns. Nothing huge or anything like that. You kind of come to understanding, and from your knowledge of the Maelstrom, that they're not like this huge, mega dangerous gang. They're not corp police. So they're not coming in with assault rifles or anything. They've got small arms similar to the things that you have. Yeah, a few of them, all of them have cybernetic enhancements, but none of you have the gear to really remove that from them. At least not safely where you could reuse the parts.
What about their cars?
So the truck that they have there looks like to be that they took some antique sort of half track from like the 20th century and put it together with an engine from a more modern truck. So it's got like tank wheels in the back and more of a troop carrier sort of fix, and in the front it's more of like a souped up SUV. Do you want to like see if you can figure anything out?
Yeah, or if there's anything like I could take from it.
Yeah.
Scavenge.
You're good at this kind of stuff, so what do I want to make you roll for this? Do you have any mechanic skill?
Mechanic. Like I have basic tech.
Yeah. That'll be good.
Okay.
So roll that for me.
20.
Okay. Yeah, you immediately go to this thing, and for a second you're like, how do I pop the hood on this? And you look through the hood, the cab and everything, and there's no release. And then you, knowing how your car works and how it's got all these holdouts and everything like that, you kind of just hit the undercarriage of the car, of the cab itself, and right under the wheel, and then the hood pops up. You're able to go in and find a few like air exhaust tubes that connects different oil lines to another and things like that. Nothing that's gonna like make or break a car, and you don't have a chop shop with you right now like you would in the Concorde. But you get a few parts, so I would say put under your gear or make a note that you have 3 miscellaneous car parts.
Okay. I also want to throw all the extra guns like in my car just for safekeeping or distributing at a later point to people who might need them.
Okay. Yeah, you throw 9 heavy pistols in there.
Blaze would probably request
Yeah.
to keep the one.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay. Then
Ammo
you throw
as well.
8. Ammo. Yeah, you all get about an additional. Split up. You all get 2 heavy pistol ammo. Standard. 2 kind of full cartridges with you. They were only carrying 2 each, so. But after looting all these bodies and making sure that everyone was dead, you don't have to securing the area and sort of things like that. A few of the union members and people, the workers in this area, start to mill out and look around and look at all of you.
Taharka will grab some of the, like a bag in each hand of the things that they had taken when they were running around. He said, you know, I did some shopping with these guys and I don't really think it fits. Maybe we should return some of this stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, a lot of the union, you can tell who are the union members. They all have on their overcoats or shirts or anything, they have their ILLW membership patches and everything, and they all, you know how rough, tough kind of workmen are. They get that like silent nod of everything, and they all come in and retrieve things and start bringing them back to the associated places. And someone comes up to you pretty quickly. He says, all of you, free lunch. Go to Pier 3, okay? Hey,
I appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely. You all helped us.
There's a union fella that was unfortunately killed. We brought him out to the street. I don't know who his family was, but
We'll take care of him. We'll find out. Thank you. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You did all you could. Thank you. It means a lot.
no problem.
Hey, chin up. Okay, kid. Good. And he kind of grabs your shoulder, shakes you a little bit, and turns away to walk. So, you're all gathered out in the street in the East Marina, with this combat situation officially resolved.
Taharka would want to specially take Pack Rat stuff back to him, so he'll kind of, go around back, since
Sure.
I think he would keep the front closed down and just knock and say, hey, it's Taharka.
The door opens a little bit and just like, it's good to see you again. And you see that weaselly face of Pack Rat again, and he closes it, unlocks, and lets you in. Is just like, are they all gone? You chase them away?
Let's just say they're no longer with us.
Okay, kill them all. That's even better. Good job.
Awesome.
I should.
All your stuff is still,
I got
if you want it.
I got something for you. And the stuff you got. Thank you. And he kind of takes it and brings it back and he says, "Come here. I got something for you from my old days, back when I was younger and a little bit more active, But he brings his stuff into the counter, and then kind of squats down to the lowest shelf behind the register and pulls out an old box and opens it, and pulls out what looks like an old jean vest that definitely worn down and used. He takes a knife off and cuts a patch off and hands it to you. And the patch says, "This machine kills fascists." It's not every day that someone stands up to the maelstrom, especially here in the East Marina. So I wanted to give that to you. Thank you. You pretty much saved my life. So you and the rest of your friends, you're good people. So that's all I can give to him for now. I don't have a lot of money,
Hey,
but
hey, I'm not asking for anything. Just stay safe.
yeah. You got it. You got it, Taharka. If you ever need any parts, any weird stuff, you can come to Weird Stuff, and I've got you covered. Okay.
Got you.
Okay.
All right. And he'll head back, just kind of looking at the patch.
Oh, it's not too much detail. It looks like it was hand sewn by somebody. So it technically this has no corporate touch on it. So this is off the grid sort of make. It really looks like someone hand sewn this and made sure that it was a good iron-on patch. It's simple yellow letter, not yellow, white letters with a black outline, and it's in a pretty sort of drastic font. That's like someone's took a big paintbrush and painted it on something. So yeah, you have this machine kills fascists pin badge. Sorry.
He'll kind of put it in an inner pocket where it'll stay safe, won't slip out anywhere. And head back to the others.
Yeah. So Taharka rejoins you all after returning the gear back to Packrat. So you've been extended an offer for free lunch in Pier 3. What are you all doing?
Maybe if we go get food, I can convince Blaze to let me clean up her wounds. Right, Blaze?
Blaze is probably going to be trying to actively contact LaTroy
Yeah.
during all this.
Mm-hmm. You're texting him and sending him things, and there's no response.
Cool.
Metal. You got some good aim.
Honestly, that's the first person I've actually killed, so I don't really know how that happened.
That's fair.
Like, normally I'm not, like, that's not what I do. That's not my thing, so yeah, I mean, I'm glad
So
we're all relatively okay.
Metal, with that being the first person you've ever killed, how's she feeling right now?
I think it's like conflicted, yet especially after she saw Blaze, she's less conflicted. Like in the moment, it was like very much a we're doing this, they were attacking us and we're like getting out of here, but then like as it's setting in that like people are dead, yeah, conflicted.
Taharka, I know that wasn't the first person you killed, so I'm not worried about that. Marco, was that the first for you?
Yeah.
How is Marco feeling about that?
Once the adrenaline from the whole firefight wears off, I think he's kind of shaken a bit. Because like he's scrappy. He's fought with people before, like fisticuffs, that kind of thing. But
Yeah.
he's never used a lethal weapon on someone, much less actually killed someone. So he's not feeling too great, but he's more concerned about Blaze's well-being right now.
So you're all, the four of you are just gathered on the side of the street as a lot of the folk of the East Marina come out and start to clean things up, move corpses away, and Metal and Marco, you do your best to not look at them, look at the bodies and everything, but within 10 minutes, if you're still standing on it, the street looks like it was almost normal.
Water. Come on. Let's get some water. Let's get some food in us. I think the two of you have definitely earned yourselves some good meals. So, come on.
I think I need to get home.
What's up?
LaTroy isn't responding.
Won't people be looking for you there?
I have remote access. I can link in, and I've got cameras inside from streaming. I can assess damage from outside. All I got to do is link up. Actually, and she'll strain and just, she's going to net run into it. And
so for Blaze, what does that look like for her when she kind of enters the verse?
So it's a little, I'm glad you asked because I've been waiting to do this. It's like she's got a little like laptop without a screen on it. Like it looks like a Commodore 64 almost.
Okay, yeah.
I think. And she just sort of has it hanging over her neck, right? Like a camera.
Yeah.
And she just pulls out headphones, and these are the headphones. She proudly exclaims that they're Zune headphones. They used to make them where they're magnetic and they just hang on. Man, I wish I'd been alive back then. It was incredible technology. And she just jacks it in, but they've been slightly modified because they've got an extra like thing that she pulls out and just links into her neural implants on each side of her head.
Yeah, you all watch as Blaze does all of that and basically plugs herself in, and Blaze, you feel that jump that from that physical meat space into the verse and being able to, that freedom of movement.
It's like falling up.
Yeah. You go in and you have the breadth of Night City at your fingertips, but you're heading right to your apartment, right?
She's gonna head right to the police department across the street and then hack in from there so that it's sourced to the police department.
Hey.
If that makes sense.
It does. You're gonna have to go ahead and roll me interface.
Good thing I got that. You know, is the skill that netrunners do.
Yeah. This is a pretty standard sort of net running thing, so I'm not going to go into like the whole combat sort of stuff when it comes to the net running space. But
So are we all at the police station then? I'm assuming.
No, I'm digitally at the police station.
yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought we would have to be there physically.
For a lot of cases, yes. For this situation, just because Blaze lives right across from the police station and has already tapped into their network, she's able to access it remotely. In the future, if you wanted to access a company's database, you have to go in.
Okay.
She's laid the groundwork for her to be able to do this pretty easily. Am I rolling 2d6 or 1d6?
You're rolling 1d10.
Oh, I'm not even doing the right thing. And then so I add my
You'll add your interface. Yeah, for you it's
Do I
just
add anything else?
No.
It's just interface.
It's
okay,
just
that's
your
what I was
interface.
wondering.
Yeah.
So that's a 14 actually.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you're able to, just with all of the stuff you had put in place beforehand, you're able to just slide right into the system nice and easy. What are you looking for? You see a lot of the daily appoints bulletins and things like that, daily call sheets, stuff that's... Go ahead.
No, that's okay. It's she's gonna hack into her typical, like, she has a watchdog set up through Jeffers' computer where she can essentially hop over to her like central place in there and then actually start doing stuff. So she's gonna hop through, what's his first name again? I forgot.
Perry,
right. She's gonna quietly mutter, "Thanks, Pear," and then hop on over to her central console and turn on the camera.
Yeah. You turn on the camera and you see your normal setup. Chair's still there. But in the background behind it, you see LaTroy in the kitchen, pacing back and forth on a phone. And he's talking animatedly, but you're not able to hear anything through it.
Can I try and write on the computer? Like, do the Neo wake up shit?
Yeah, absolutely. What do you write?
I'm gonna write LaTroy, it's Blaze. Nod if you see.
You see him nod as he's talking on the phone.
Yep. And then monitored, ? Nod yes, shake no.
He goes back and forth while he's talking on the phone.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
She's gonna then write you good? Like the letter U, G-U-D ?
Yeah.
2 question marks.
Typical like 20th century or late 20th century gamer speak.
Yeah, she's retro like that.
Yeah. He gives you one of these, the SCSE kind of hand movement.
And then she's going to type, "Am I good?"
He doesn't react.
And then she's going to type, "Are we good?"
He nods.
Okay. Your mom? ?
He points at the camera.
She's just going to go, "What?" Like W-A-T. Oh, and she'll type that.
All the while he's still talking on the phone. He pauses every once in a while, leans on the counter, and then goes back to animatedly talking again.
And then she's going to type, "Sorry about the microwave," and then just log off and like do all her backburn stuff to leave no trace.
As you're backburning, you rolled a good enough interface.
Okay.
Jeffers' system has been flagged, but not for you.
Oh, for him.
Yeah.
She would take the flag as like, oh shit, I'm caught, and then like deploy secondaries.
Mm-hmm.
But she's gonna check what the flag is and why.
Yeah. Roll another interface for me, real quick.
Okay. That's 7.
Through all the nonsense, you're not really able to find anything concrete.
God damn it.
It seems something's going on, but you're not able to find what, at least not through this server.
Jeffers is flagged. Jeffers is flagged for some reason.
All of you hear Blaze say these things.
Yeah, I'm like talking out loud actively.
Flagged like what? Flagged.
Flagged like he's got something on him instead of like him on me. It might be me, but I think it's him. And she's gonna like nod to herself and be like, you know what, I'm gonna do him a solid. And then she's gonna do 2 things.
Okay.
She's gonna open up as many windows on his laptop as possible, and then immediately start downloading as many risky viruses as she possibly can. Like just clicking on all the spam links you get in emails and just flooding that shit.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make
Easier
you
to
roll it.
hide a dead body amongst a pile than it is to hide it in a coffin.
Yeah.
So who's this?
Perry Jeffers, oh, he's an officer that kind of took a shine to me, and he's been real nice and sort of gave me a heads up on the whole thing with the Taharka and, you know, all of this that's been going on. So, like ACAB and everything, but I kind of think he's got a chance to, like, get out of that life and sort of, like, learn, like, what reality is. He seems too good for the Force. And done. Perry the Platypus for good measure, and she's just going to open up tons of windows of Perry the Platypus on his desktop.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's
absolutely.
why he was flagged if he helped you.
Yeah, well,
Probably.
hopefully this buys him some time. And then she's going to delete any of the important documents on his drive, just as like good measure.
Gone forever.
Yeah. You do your best to kind of burn after reading sort of situation. And then do you check out?
Oh yeah.
Yep. You pop out, you take all of your nodes off, take out your Zune headphones, and it feels refreshing to get back into out of the meat space after what you went through. It was a breath of fresh air to step into the verse, and coming back into the meat space, your breathing hurts a little bit, and it's just like,
Definitely at least cracked something.
yeah.
Lunch, I think somebody said.
Lunch.
Yeah. So you all head to Pier 3 Paradise, right? Yeah. So you head in. This looks like just a warehouse from the outside, but on and the sign above, it's a mix of artistic metalwork as well as some neon lights. It says Pier 3 and the Paradise is in that in the neon. You know, that kind of like kitschy Outrun logo kind of style these days. So the Pier 3 is in just worked metal, and then just this bright light. It's even on during the late afternoon where you are right now. So it's a late lunch. But you head inside through the big double doors, and it's a pretty open space. There's a few different things that are sparsed all over the place. It's a big rental space flop parlor with a low quality chain restaurant or deli in the corner, and then what looks like upstairs is an all night bar. Doesn't have any discerning like signs or anything like that. It's just you look up there, you look through the little windows, and it's just like, oh, that looks like a disco ball. Ooh, I don't know. Think of this place like one of the dives on diners, drive-ins, and dives. This is definitely one of the places that Guy Fieri would go and just be like, wow, this place looks like a dump, but the food is great. So yeah, you see the guy who spoke to Marco and invited you all in for lunch is over near the delicatessen, and he waves you all over. Ah, there you are. I didn't think you would make it, but I'm glad you did. I want to get the folks here to feed you on our dime. So, as a thanks, you all you'll put your lives on the line. So, we really appreciate that. It's brave. Anyway, take a look at the menu. And you look up, it's the menu's got a maroon back, and the lettering is all in white with some black outlines to make it easier to read. There's one primary section that's called Hot Heroes. There's chicken cutlet parmigiana, eggplant parmigiana, meatballs marinara, and pastrami heroes. And then there's 3 others, like specials. One called the Godmother, which is sweet sopressata, fried eggplant, ham cappy, provolone, roasted peppers, oil, and vinegar. Then there's the Godfather, which is hot sopressata, fried eggplant, ham cappy, provolone, hot peppers, oil, and vinegar. So a little bit different. Then Tino's Combo, ham, salami, provolone, mortadella, lettuce, tomato, roasted peppers, oil, and balsamic on this sandwich. It's not a very expansive menu, the man says, but it's good. It's good stuff. Tino does a good job. Well, Tino doesn't do it anymore. He's dead. But we carry on his legacy.
What was the one with the balsamic?
That's Tino's Combo.
Do you have any like marinated like artificial vegetables we could put on that?
Yeah, we could find some stuff. You want some eggplant?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. And so they start cooking up you a Tino's Combo with eggplant on there.
Oh, take a Godfather.
Okay. Godfather coming up.
Can I get a Tino's with peppers?
Yeah, absolutely. And how about you? Oh, you look a little roughed up.
Yeah, it's only a flesh wound. And she's gonna look for tuna. Is there tuna anywhere on the menu?
No.
She's just gonna kind of hang her head. Just gonna look. Is there grilled cheese anywhere on the menu?
No.
Just gonna hang her head again. What was the last thing?
The last one is Tino's Combo.
I'll do a combo.
All right. Good taste in this group. Good taste. And they make up all your sandwiches, and they point you at what looks like a repurposed park bench for all of you to sit at. And then after a little bit, the same man comes over and brings you all your food. And sits down at the table with you. I hope you don't mind if I join you.
Absolutely not. I actually wanted to ask what your name was.
Hi.
Taharka.
It's nice to meet you, Tarka. He shakes your hand. Let me pull up his full name. Damn it, I had it. It's just my luck. Just my luck. There he is. Name's Paul. Paul Holcomb. It's nice to meet you all. You all did few of us were watching. You really took it to him.
Well,
They were gonna take it to us if we didn't, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Were they looking for you?
yeah,
Oh.
shouldn't have been.
He leans back a little bit, and this is probably the first time that you're able to get a good look at him. And he's an older gentleman, probably in his mid to late 60s. He's got a widow's peak, pretty intense, but it's going into balding hair on top. It's all primarily gray, but a little bit of salt and pepper in there. A little bit of pepper is what I should say. He's got primary salt. He's got a goatee, full goatee that's there. Really well maintained. He takes pride in what he looks like. He's got a wider nose and pale skin with some splotches of red in there. He's got a really kind face. And he kind of wipes his hands on his apron from when he was cooking. He says, "Well, I don't want to pretend to know why they're after you, but I'm sorry. Is there anything we can do for you?"
In my
I think the
experience, oh, I'm sorry.
No. Please go ahead.
In my experience, people that get involved are in danger of dying. So I would keep that in mind.
Yeah, I do. Thank you for thinking about me, but I'm tired of seeing the kids that work in the union, work the docks, and all over the place getting crushed by either Maelstrom and fuckers like them, the Pride, whatever, or getting crushed by the corpse. I'm tired of it. But I appreciate your concern, but no more. I can't keep running. He leans back again and drinks some water.
Well, and I can't speak for everybody here, but maybe there's something we can do for you.
Like what?
That's my question to you. I specialize in handling things. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Usually I try to keep it a little bit more low profile, but
it's not a big job. I'm not running in any corpse or anything like this, but I own this place, Pier 3, and the nightclub that's up there. It's been running into a few problems lately. Mainly there's a couple guys that come by every night or so. They're a part of the this gang called the Pride. An offshoot of an old 21st century gang. I'm not sure. Early 21st century. But Pauline's only able to bounce so many of them out of there before they get violent, and it's been unfortunate. As in to say, it's been real bad. We've had a few people get roughed up.
is it the same guys?
There's some overlap. But there's overlap with all of them, you know, gangs like that.
Yeah.
But like I said, that's small time. I can tell from just the four of you got better things to do. At that, Blaze, you get a text message from the Troy.
I'm gonna read it.
Yeah. It says, hey, sorry. Things have gotten crazy on my end. Job offer. Good stuff for me. Keep your head down. Please.
She'll text back like a series of like 17 thumbs ups.
Aggressive thumbs up. Yeah. So Paul leans back in and kind of rubs his hands together, and that's the first time that you get a look at his right hand. He has a ring on it that is familiar to a ring you saw in Joe's Diner. It's a gold ring that looks like a fire on it.
Johnny Cash intensifies.
So, I don't mean to pry, but do you know why they were after you at all?
And Tark will kind of look around and make sure that nobody around to...
Everyone that's here works for me. You're all good in my book.
Well, we just finished talking to Callum and Lightbringer, and they know what's going on better than we do, I think. We just know people are after us for something they think we did.
Well, if it's the higher-ups, you know, execs, corpos, stuff like that, that are after you, get good people around you. Callum used to work for Arasaka a little bit, so he can tell you a little bit more about their tactics. But
He doesn't look like the type.
yeah, well, money's money. A lot of people do things to make ends meet and take care of the people they need to take care of.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one I know.
I wanted to be a pastor, but that for sure didn't pay the bills these days. So brought home with me and did all that. But what the four of you have gotten into is scary. But I don't know if running's gonna do you any good.
Well, I don't want to be involved, but it's a bit late for that, so...
Yeah. Oh, well, from what I know, doesn't look like you have a choice. Well, I said too much already. I don't want to be a downer on your lunch, so I'll be behind the counter if you need anything. I just got a new shipment of some good synthetic cheese in. I think it's Gouda. So if you need any of that or any other food,
I need Gouda.
you want? Sure, I'll get you some. And he
Thank you.
gets up and kind of rubs his hands together. A few minutes later, he comes out and gets you the cheese. If you need anything else, I'll be right over there. And he goes over behind the counter and seems to be cleaning up his workstation.
So he said he knows why they're after us, or did he allude to that? I'm asking. Y'all.
I don't know. He's got some nice jewelry though. It's not the only one.
Not the same one that Lightbringer had or whatever.
Yeah.
So he must know our situation if he's part of Bonfire.
I don't think everybody in Bonfire knows the full situation. I have a feeling they're keeping that close. Probably because they didn't tell us. And I have a feeling it's a lot bigger than they're ready to let us know about. Which is...
Because he said, like, from what I know, you can't run from this. It's like, well, what do you know? I feel like we need to know that. We should know that. It's about us.
It's information. Information costs you something. You can't just
How about
expect to
9
trade that back and
bodies?
forth. Look. That is just a bad Thursday. It should mean something when people die, but a lot of times it doesn't. They're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And shit like that, by the way, that's why I don't like to get involved. Because anytime you end up dealing with the gang, shit like that happens. But they're involved with us. That guy you offed, he clearly knew who we were. They knew who we were.
Yeah. Blaze, do you know what that was about?
They had
Did
a
they say
dossier on me.
I'm sorry. Hey, what?
They had a dossier on me. They were talking about shit that hardly anybody knows about. So, whatever it is they've got going on, they've done their deep intel. Do you think this place serves beer?
We can find out.
Yeah.
Blaze is going to walk over to Paul. Do you have beer?
Yeah. It's nothing fancy, but yeah.
Is
Go
it
on.
cold?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a cold beer.
Are you okay? Do you need any sort of...
Can's fine. No, I'm fine. This is a Friday night for me. Don't worry. 4. And she's just gonna look back at Target. 4 beers, please. I got it. It's in the cans, fine.
4, sure. Are you sure you don't need any help? You look pretty banged up.
We got a guy who can
what kind of help? Hold on. What kind of help?
Meta wants to know what kind of help.
Yeah, thank you. This young lady looks banged up. I've got some medkits in the back. I was gonna see what I could do.
She wouldn't let me look at her wounds, and
I really like the beer first.
Sure. And 4 beers are served to you. It's a derivative company off of Pabst Blue Ribbon, from early 21st century. It's nothing outstanding, but it's beer.
Pips Red Streamer, got it.
Yeah.
PRS, yeah.
Yeah.
Pips Yellow streamer. Piss. There we go.
Yep. Pip's yellow stream. I like
That's
it.
the one.
Yep.
Do you have any
that's it.
artificial lime? I can just like class this up a tiny bit.
I don't think I do. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And I would sneak up into Hannah's, the bar behind there, but Hannah doesn't. The last time I did that, Hannah chewed my ear off. And I only have 2, so I'd really like not to lose them. But
She's gonna
ahead.
put the beer on her temples, sort of where her knurls are. Like, and just sort of rotate it between the 2 of them while eating her stuff.
Marco's gonna look over at her and be like, Blaze, may I please look at your wounds?
Lunch first, please. I didn't get a lot to eat while I was getting the shit beaten out of me.
Aren't we waiting for lunch right now?
No, you were served lunch.
Okay, we were served it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got our sandwiches.
I was gonna say while we're waiting, you might as well, but never mind.
Yeah. Marco has since inhaled his sandwich and the fixings or whatever. So he's just sitting there with his like med kit on his lap. He's just watching Blaze like
Oh, just expectantly waiting for that
Yes.
opportunity.
Nerd, aren't you?
Riley, you cut out a bit.
A mess or something?
I think she's net running again.
Yeah, it looks like Blaze has gone into the net again, so we'll say
Am I still
Blaze,
here? Am I still here?
you're a little robot-y, but you're coming back.
Here you are.
Paul comes over and says, it looks like she's not willing to accept too much help, but are you looking for help? Yep. Hey folks, we're gonna run to a quick 5-minute break, and we'll be back shortly. Hey everyone, thank you for your patience with that. We had a slight technical difficulty, but now we're all back and we're all good. So, just a quick recap. The group had just gotten beer from Paul, and they were just about to sit down, and Marco was about to strong-arm Blaze into getting looked at medically. And Paul is kind of hovering near the table as well.
And then she's good once she's like done with the knurls to a degree that it doesn't burn as much anymore. She's gonna crack it and just go, fine. Look me over, nerd, and just start drinking.
Cool. Yep, he's gonna do that. So I'm guessing first aid?
Yes.
Can I help? Actually, I have first aid.
How are you gonna help?
Just also look, I guess.
Okay.
Maybe I have an idea for that. Maybe Marco would give Metal some like little pieces of gauze with some alcohol on them to like kind of clean off any like blood or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 25.
Yeah, absolutely. So you'll get a bonus from that. There's no real, from my understanding of things, there's no real advantage, but I'll give a bonus from the aid.
Okay.
So, yeah, absolutely. Marco, you're able to find out that Blaze is really superficially wounded. It seems, especially from that high of a roll, and from your experience with your family back in Kansas City, they were trying to rough Blaze up, but not to damage the goods, so to say.
Yeah.
Seems like they wanted her intact.
Okay. So mechanically, in terms of like HP, has she lost HP that she needs to recover?
No.
Okay. Because I wasn't sure if that would be a different roll, or because I know you said it takes a while to get your HP back.
Yeah, it does when you have taken damage, but no, she's not damaged at a point that like a few nights of sleep won't fix up real quick. Or if she had been shot, that's a good week after good first aid. But she's okay. She's really just fucking roughed up, like you've fallen down the stairs and it's bad, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So it's more pain than anything.
Yeah.
I told you it wasn't that big of an issue.
Well, let me see if I got something for the pain. Give me a second. And he's gonna try rifling through his bag to find something.
I got all the pain quenching I need right here.
That's just gonna make it worse, Paul says. From my experience, and he kind of trots behind the counter and pulls out a small tin box and puts it in front of Blaze after he comes back out and says, roll one of those up and you won't feel a thing.
She's just gonna open the box. Is it what she thinks it is?
Yes, it is.
Hell yeah, she's gonna light him up.
What is it?
Oh, that's marijuana. But that's
man.
not like synthetic. That's real.
That's the real shit.
Yeah. Only one, please. That's
I wouldn't do your stash like that, man. Don't worry about me. We copacetic. And
you
she's
never
just
know.
gonna roll one up and yeah.
Yeah. It'll
Thank you very much.
I meant it when I said earlier that you all put your lives on the line, and that takes a lot of bravery. I'm a man of faith, and I couldn't do that.
Well, it's not my first time looking at it, but this guy, point at Marco. This guy decided that he was sick of it, so we took care of it.
Well, whatever happened, and for whatever reasons, you all did a good thing. And as hard as it is for me to say, I think it is you all did a service to Night City today. So, if there's anything I can do, I want to do it.
Is there a room that we can get? I've been sleeping in these fucking coffins for forever right now, and my shoulder's been killing me. I started having headaches a couple nights ago.
There's no real rooms that you can get, but there's a place down the block that bands will rent out rooms and things like that. You could rent out one there and use it as a hotel room unofficially.
I'm okay with that. How about you? You?
Yeah, I can foot the bill. I don't
Thank
mind.
God I brought the microwave
chip
with me.
You brought a microwave? Is that what's in your pack?
Oh, yeah.
Man, that thing was heavy.
Yeah.
Microwave.
It's got a limited artificial intelligence in it as well. Like baby.
So it's not just a microwave. It's a
Well-
friend.
No, Gooby's a friend, and she's just gonna give Gooby a little, like, scritch.
Yeah, that little
the
tennis,
microwave.
the little tennis ball camera kind of go like.
Gooby's a friend. I rescued Gooby from the net. Gooby was a rogue AI that was in bad shape when I found him, so I just put him in here, and he's been doing good ever since. No, the microwave, I wouldn't call the microwave a friend. It's more of like pet level intelligence. Like, it knows a couple tricks, and it doesn't always do them very well, but it's real good at throwing food.
Well, all right. Hey, Taharka, you think I could speak with you for a moment?
Yeah.
Paul pulls you away and starts to lead you up the stairs to the bar. And it's like some well taken care of wooden stairs that go up through the underside of the elevated level, but stops about 3/4 of the way up to talk to you. He looks down at the three still back at the table. You all staying put?
Yeah.
Blaze is actually going to only smoke half the joint and then save the other half.
Okay. Paul looks back at Tarka and you should not let any of them go. The Maelstrom was here for all of you. They don't do that kind of job. And when I mean here for all of you, I mean they were here to bring you back alive.
Yeah.
They were all, their usual thing is come, gut someone, take all their parts from them, and then get up. They come and beat on some of the union workers because they want people to have power. Something's... I know what the corporations have told the news to say. I don't know why they're actually after you. Can't be of any more help than that. But that's what I've got. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Wherever Callan is, he can probably tell you more, but I'm not sure he would or if he wants to. I don't... I'm gonna stop talking about that.
I know how it works. Don't worry.
You all are good. Even Rice Street says so. So... You need anything from us, from the ILLW, from most of the people out here on East Marina, you let us know. And we'll do what we can. Alright?
Okay. And, I'm not saying that I'm joining anything, but if any of the Union boys need anything, we can take care of it.
Well, head on to the hiring hall. Talk to Rice Street. He'll, Mike's his name. He'll be able to point you in the right direction.
Will do.
Thanks. He pats you on the shoulder and then trots back down to the delicatessen, looks at Metal, Marco, and Blaze, and just, well, hope I didn't leave you all with nothing to do. I did. Oh, well, you know, it's a delicatessen. I can't entertain you other than with food, so.
Would you say that it's a delicatessen balance to maintain?
Please
A and
don't
Blaze
look
just
very
sort of
well.
like stumbles over it.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
A delicate, and then she just settles on that one.
Yeah. Yes, it is. You got it right. And he looks at before you and says, well, it's about my closing hours anyway. It's almost 5. So, last call. You know, want another beer? Okay.
No. I want to see a man or a woman about a room sooner rather than later, so.
All right. Well, I'll let you all get to it. If you need anything, I'll be around from 9 to 5.
Thanks, Paul. One for the road. One for the road.
You shouldn't cross the streams.
No, later. I'm not trying to get faded. I just need something for later.
I'll give it to Tarka, and he'll give it to you later, alright?
What a narc.
Hold on, ma'am. Who's the narc? I'll just take that joint back then.
Smoked it all.
Uh-huh. Give it back.
I solemnly swear that I'm up to good. All right. I'm trying to keep it on the straight and narrow. I'm not a pothead, not like that guy.
Okay.
You know, that'd be a lot more funny if he didn't try to knock your block off.
I know, right? Like, it should be funny, but it's just not. It just kind of comes from a hollow place. We should go. And then Blaze is just going to turn and walk.
Paul grabs a beer and gives it to Taharka.
Like, as we're walking out, I want Metal to be like, the good thing about him wearing a metal pot on his head is it's not very good armor. Like,
Yeah, it's
straight
awful
through that
armor.
thing. Like, I was not expecting that. All of a sudden, it was like,
Did you pop him?
yeah.
Oh, I'm getting you a
Like,
drink later on.
it was
That's
just
great.
one shot, and like,
Yeah,
I
Blaze, you
was
should
more
have
trying
seen
to
it.
like shoot to like warn,
Yeah.
but it was like a warning shot through his head.
You were like trying to pass one through the bow, and instead you just hit the powder keg. Yeah.
It was I don't even know how that happened.
Damn good
Yeah.
shot, though.
Yeah, well, I think you're gonna... And Tarka will kind of stop the group a little bit and just put a hand on Marco's shoulder and a hand on Metal's shoulder and say, "You did good. It's not the situation we wanted to be in. But when the going got tough, you got going. Might be rough tonight. If you need to talk, you need to do a thing that's not sleeping, let me know. Okay? Okay. Back to discussions of your awesome shot, because it was amazing.
Moment you say that, you all kind of walk past where the half track was, and the stain in the concrete, the asphalt of the road of the lifeblood of Jonathan just is there. You can see where his body was and the pool that was left behind as you walk past down the street. Eventually you all make it to that one rental area that Paul was talking about. Let me pull that up just to make sure I've got it. Yeah, it's just past the hiring hall. And it says rooms for rent, and then in a small handwritten sign under that says not like that.
What do you think that means?
I don't get it.
Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea.
Tarka,
Let's go
what
ask.
is- Tarka, do you know what that means?
Oh, look, this door opens, and he'll just...
Okay.
Yeah, you head on into reunification hall and social club, and inside is a looks like a teenager behind the desk. She's probably about 16, 17, and she pops some gum and looks at the four of you and just large or small room.
What's good for 4 people?
What sort of event needs 4 people? Only 4 people.
What do
Let's
you
go with a
mean
small
by-
then.
Small, okay. All right, how long? What time slot?
If you have one for tonight, it's sort of like an overnight kind of deal. So we're going to be going, we're going to start the festivities maybe a couple hours and probably finish up closer to before dawn, very specifically before dawn.
Okay, what sort of gathering is this? Is this music? Is this political, social? We do have limitations on what we're allowed to rent for.
Oh, this is gonna be it's kind of like a fraternity thing, if it makes sense. So not necessarily an initiation in like the sense, more of a talking, making sure that we have the right kind of people sense, but it's a very deep interview, so it'll take some time.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion, Taharka.
Ooh, I like that. Why am I blind? My eyes worked once. That is a 25.
Yeah, all right. She looks at you, has this kind of apathetic look that washes over her face. Yeah, okay. 350 eddies.
I got it.
All right. And she... Do you pay with actual eddies, or do you pay with a credit chip?
He will pay with a credit chip, but like an unlinked one, just
Sure.
you know,
Yeah.
a burner one.
She'll take it, run it, kind of scrunch up her face a little bit, like something unexpected came up, and shrug and hand it back and says, "Okay, it's room 67 on the second floor. That room sometimes gets noise complaints from the arcade upstairs, but you'll have to deal with it." And she goes back to what she was doing on the computer. Oh, key. She turns around in her chair, pulls out a kind of like a small ID and hands it to Tarka. You only get one because of the small venue. So, to get locked out, too bad.
Fair enough.
Oh, if you lose the key, it's a 50 Eddie replacement fee.
50. Really?
Yeah, 50.
All
Cool,
right.
thanks.
Yep. Goes back to her computer, tapping away.
Marco's gonna like give an elbow to Taharka and be like, "Come on, man, it's just a child."
Kids can be assholes too.
True, Barry.
It's true.
But hey, as long as we don't have her sniffing around when we're doing our fraternity stuff, you know? It's
We're
just-
walking to the room at this point. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
definitely
100%.
are.
100%.
We're just standing right in front of her, like.
whispering.
We're on our way up the stairs.
You make your way up the stairs to the second floor. It's a pretty quiet place. There's a bunch of doors that line the hallways. Looks like there's large and small rooms that seem to be like various venues. Like people look to rent this place out for group meetings, and others look like they rent it out for small concerts and things like that.
Is there a room across the hall from us? A small room across the hall?
Yes, there is.
Taharka will just kind of quietly walk over and just knock on the door and see if there's anybody there.
No, doesn't seem. There's no response at least. So
Okay. Hey, Blaze. And he'll also check to see if there are any cameras in the hallway as well.
roll
Yeah.
perception.
Might have something I want you to do.
I think I know what wavelength you're on. And she's just gonna pull out her headphones and start slowly putting them in.
Mm-hmm.
You said perception?
Yes.
15.
Yeah, you see one camera all the way down at the end of the hallway.
Can we get some privacy? That'd be cool.
Working on it. Do you want me to roll for it?
Yeah, roll interface first. Well,
Okay.
you've got to find a link up first. Just
Oh, do
being
I
in
have
the-
to jack in manually?
Yeah.
Is that going to be a perception roll?
Yeah, to see if you can see it here. Yeah.
Okay. That's going to be ooh hoo hoo. Ooh hoo hoo. That's going to be a 24.
The only thing you see of where you could jack in would be where the camera is actually.
She's just going to go down and jack it.
Sure.
Phrasing.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw
Sorry.
Metal's reaction.
Mm-hmm. You make your way down there. You're pretty sure that no one's watching on the camera.
All right.
But you plug in, and how are you gonna? What are you trying to do when you're plugging in here?
Going to do two things.
Sure.
Going to do the Ocean's 11 James Bond style loop feed thing,
Okay.
but see if I can link up a remote view to the actual camera,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Sure.
So what's being fed to who's ever monitoring the cameras is just going to be the looped what we get is just going to be the raw.
Okay, yeah. So you're looking
Okay.
for a back door and a cloak.
Yep.
Okay. So I need you to roll me 2 1d10s, please.
Okay.
And then
Just
add your
flat out.
you add your interface. It's 2 interface
Okay.
rolls. You're doing a back door and a cloak.
Okay, so that's an 11 and a 12.
Yeah,
Wait.
you're able to for
Yeah.
So 11 for back door, 12 for the cloak. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're able to get that live feed up and going. And
Cool.
you grab onto the so tell me this, how does Blaze interact with the verse? Does she have an avatar? Is it just more of like how does she interact and do things in there?
She does it very... The way that she was taught, like LaTroy mostly taught her.
Yeah.
And he's a big giant nerd. And he's one of those people who just works with the raw code typically.
Okay.
She's started experimenting with like avatar interfacing, but she hasn't built anything for herself. She's mostly put in her time management to her stream and mostly just net runs raw like data. So to her it looks sort of like matrixy with that like number overlay and abstractions of like data as like packets and linkways, if you know what
Sure.
I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. So you kind of grab onto a few of those packets and you make sure you have everything together. And eventually you kind of throw over a sheet of everything you did and you jack out of the verse and you come back and on your little tablet, on your deck, you have a view of the live feed and you swap over and it's projected.
Cool. All right, we're cloaked.
Great. Can you get this door? And he'll point at the door that has the...
Oh yeah, sure, that shouldn't be an issue. And she's going to try and hack...
The door
Obviously,
opposite
this
the
is a-
one.
Yeah.
The...
Yeah,
Wait
that
for-
should be, yeah, go ahead and give me another interface roll, please.
Okie doke. Whew, 16.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, yep, you open it up, no problem. Not even an issue.
Yep. Door just
Alright.
pops open.
All right. We are using this one. That one will be occupied. And he'll step in, make sure the lights are on, and swipe in, make sure the lights are on. And he'll kind of carefully like grab some of the chairs and stack them so that someone opening the door would knock them over and they'd make noise.
Yeah, so the first thing you notice as you're coming in is that the lights, the electricity has not been turned on for this room. It's not in use
For
in their
the-
system for the room that you broke into. It seems that it's not in use, they don't give electricity to it. You also get in there and it feels distinctly colder than the hallway.
Oh, that's just stingy.
What kind of system is it? Is it an M-Link based control system? So I have Tech Link, so I can control small machines and appliances.
That would work if the heating system was in this room.
Or lamps, even.
There's no power running to them. So even if you could control them, there's no electricity going to them. So the company that runs this place, if a room is not being rented out, they don't send electricity or gas or any utilities there to cut
So
costs.
stingy.
Yeah.
So stingy.
About how cold is it in the room?
I mean, it's about high 50s, but when you're trying to hunker down and sleep, that's pretty cold.
Yeah.
Why don't we just sleep in the room we rented?
Because there's a high likelihood that little Miss Manager lady at the front desk is going to be receiving some sort of flag on potentially the cred stick that was used by Taharka. And if that's the case, they're going to know what room we're staying in, which is room 67. So we need to not be in that room.
But I mean, if we're right across the hall,
Yeah, it means we've got an out.
Gives us a little bit of time at least.
And that can sometimes make a hell of a difference.
I can't tell you how many times I've only gotten out by the skin of my teeth.
I'm sure I have blankets or something in my car if we want to come up with a reason why we'd need them. Hazing.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, go for it. Just trying to keep this a very reasonable family affair, but okay.
I got shock blankets in my med kit. I got shock blankets. It'll be fine.
Yeah, so it sounds like y'all are hunkering down for the night to get some rest. Does anyone want to do anything? Yeah, Metal.
Yes. So I can talk to any receiver on the same frequency for up to a mile. So if anyone from the Concord is within a mile of me, they should be able to hear me.
Yeah, you try on a few frequencies and none of the Concord are in the city limits. You're pretty deep in Night City, so you're nowhere near the wasteland. So you kind of cycle through and sigh in the dark, cold room that you're making your bed for the night. It's sad to not have that connection to your family. And that's a pretty, not the exact feeling, but all of you kind of universally feel like that sinking feeling in your chests of what's gonna happen next? What's going on? And at that, Blaze, the alert that you get on your phone, your notification device, but someone in your apartment that is not supposed to be there goes off.
Cool. I'm gonna remote in, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do the thing.
Same
you did.
process.
Mm-hmm. There is a large shadow that is in your apartment. Like, all you are pretty similar height. This and LaTroy's not much taller than you. This individual is pushing 6'4", bulky. It's hard to see. Lights are off. Seems like they're panning over the living space, because you can see they seem to have a some cybernetic implant in their head, because there's a few lights that you can see as they're panning and looking around the room.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep an eye on what they're doing.
Oh. So is this something that you would project to your deck for other people to see, or is this you keeping this to
Yeah,
yourself?
I would probably. Here's what Blaze will do. Blaze will say, "Somebody's at my apartment," and then just quickly link up and keep an earbud out while she sort of is able to interface.
Yeah.
He's really big. He's really tall. Taller than you, Taharka. He's got cybernetics, it looks like, maybe. He's just kind of looming. Standing there. Menacingly.
He starts to pace around the apartment even more so. And
He's pacing around the apartment even more so now.
something you noticed that you were able to hear his movements where you weren't when LaTroy was on the phone earlier today. And
That's
then
interesting.
he goes out of view for a moment, going over to where your bed is. And then walks back, almost as if it looks like he's going to leave. And then stops and looks to the camera.
Just gotta keep it on.
And then he leaves. The door is wide open when he leaves. It looks like it was broken into. Like, the locks were destroyed.
God damn it.
What? What is it?
They broke in. Doors hanging off the fucking hinge.
Shit. Was LaTroy home?
No, he was not.
Alright, good.
I mean, good on the one hand, but he should be there, so I don't know where he is. He's sleeping at uni again. I'm gonna be pissed.
If he's sleeping at uni again, I'm gonna buy him a drink the next time I see him.
No, you would worry about his health and safety instead of friendship.
God forbid, right? I mean, why would
Yeah,
I
I
do a
know.
silly thing like that?
I know, just ridiculous. She's gonna back out and go back to Perry's laptop,
Mm-hmm.
see what the situation is there, if it's changed any.
Yeah. Before you even get to Perry's laptop, there is a top of desk APB for Perry Jeffers.
Shit, they got Pear Bear.
What?
Perry, you know Jeffers, the cop. There's an APB out for him. I'm gonna click into it and see like what the details are.
Yeah, pretty easy to find and look over. It is from CorpSec, in the center of town. It's been APB for Perry Jeffers, all of his belongings, and all records of contact and what he's been doing for the past week. And it's high priority.
Shit. Shit. She's got to burn the bridge. She's gonna burn her remote hack into the apartment.
Okay. Yeah, with a few keystrokes on your end, deleting every sign of what you did. Roll me an interface.
Here's hoping for a high. 12.
Okay. Yeah. You feel pretty good about that. You do a pretty clean sweep as much as you know how to get rid of things.
And then I'm gonna...
Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you go ahead. You first, Francis.
No, I was gonna go on to something else, so you please continue.
Well, then go on to something else because she's gonna log out.
Okay. Yeah, you log out and you're pulling everything off, and Marco, you get a message on your phone
Okay, he'll read it.
from your mom. I know you said not to contact you, but someone just called about you. Stay safe. Don't contact me back.
Fuck. Whoever's looking for us, just got in contact with my family back in Kansas City. So they're not fucking around.
It's gotta be corporate then.
Hey, Blaze, I have a question for you.
I might have an answer.
Do you know how to get rid or change your name in a system?
Funny you should ask. I definitely do. But it's not a simple process, and it's not something done in a day.
What do I have to do to win your favor and help me out with this?
Well, seeing as you care about me so much, and you're a loyal subscriber to my stream, I think
I did just re-up my sub. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I think I'm going to waive the fee on this one.
Oh, you're such a gem.
I know.
And with that, we'll pan out of the window as you all continue to talk. The camera pulls out on the night of on the East Marina. A few lights over in the reunification hall where our cyberpunks are starting to lay their head. Seems like Pier 3 Paradise is starting to bump a little bit. And we pull out over the water of the Pacific Ocean as we watch the skyline of Night City pull away from us again. That wraps up tonight's episode of Cyberpunk Ascendancy. That's what we have for you tonight, so make sure to follow all of these lovely cyberpunks on their social media and at Worldsmith Games on Twitter for more news and updates about the show. Remember, folks, stay safe, organize, and work for a better world. That's how we're going to make sure that a world like Cyberpunk doesn't come to fruition. We are nothing without each other. Have a good night, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you so much.